the man who disappeared for far too long in Bandito. He's next up for Bryan Danielson.
Bandito. The guy that they signed and then just let us forget about.
And he's so good.
Mm-hmm. Bandito has everything that we need. Everything.
So earlier we talked about the Top Flight Young Bucks match and lack of being able to take notes, keep up with it, just enjoying the match. This was an entirely different story. They moved quick at times, but they had spectacles of like other things that just kept your attention on them so strong. It's you gotta watch it.
Yeah, I love this. And their styles are very different, but they made their styles work together.
Honestly, this is one of those matches that, granted, I'm not putting too much stock into one man's opinion, but there's, you know, the Meltzer scale, the how many stars does Meltzer give it. This is one of those matches that it was good enough that I'm genuinely curious what it's going to come out as for that dude's opinion.
Yeah.
And he needs respect.
Yeah, that was good. This was damn good. Bandito, man, he just, everything he does is hot. I loved when he did the when he hopped to the top rope and did that corkscrew splash. Dog.
Hold on. Assuming that you want the logo, it's there.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
There's that pause. I didn't know if you were setting it up
principle,
for it.
It has been saved. You already know. Gotta save that boy. My hit of the night comes later.
Honestly, Bandito, his feats of strength, holding up Danielson for that suplex and doing that leg twitch when your muscles are weak and you have to push through. Like, I don't know if you can sell that. I can't make mine do that on their own. Can you?
Not like that. No, I mean, he's doing this 10 minutes into the match. So they've been going for a while, and now he decides to show off his strength, and it's just like, that makes it more impressive.
And before and after this point, he had those points where he did the whole dead weight lift off the mat when caught in a submission. So like, he's been lifting Danielson all up around the ring.
Yeah, this was... Put Bandito on. Where has he been at? Why are we just seeing him just now?
I forgot the name, but his rolling German suplex thing, 21 flex or whatever.
21 plex.
21 plex, yeah.
Yeah.
The first time he went for it, I don't know if it was messed up, if it was supposed to be a counter and it just wasn't that smooth, but it almost looked like really, really bad. But the second one looked really, really good.
Oh yeah, the first one. It's Danielson. I can't ever tell. Like he sells so well that you can't tell what's real and what isn't.
Because it's not even that he had to necessarily sell things too much on that one, but the release was so like low that his head barely missed landing directly on top of the mat, but he did the whole flip out of it. So it was so close to landing directly. Usually you see them flip a lot more safely, if that makes sense. Like they have more air on it. Their head's not so low to the ground.
That's what makes it nasty.
It just always I see it. I'm like, don't
Makes it
drop on head.
But yeah, no, that's always one of my fears too. Is just I don't know why I like wrestling because I don't want to see nobody get dropped on their head, and there's so much opportunity for it.
Especially like you and I, big football fans. It's the same kind of way as the helmet to helmet hits. Oh no, we are high as fuck, and we just talk wrestling. They now we talked about it. It was weird. Was a little bit surprised by Danielson win with the Bazaico knee, because usually
you don't see him do that.
See him like
to end,
right? Like it's usually
like his
setup,
like a signature, like a setup type of thing. Yeah.
I mean, here and there he still does win with it, but I swear it's always stomps after, right? And then the already passed out in submission.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It was a different finish for him. I liked it. Yeah. At the end, so it looked like Danielson was about to try and take Bandito's mask off, or did I misinterpret that?
I feel
It looked like he was about to try and take his mask off, and I was very confused.
I don't think he was going to. But the way that the camera angle and everything was done, you just see the hand on the other side of the head from the camera. So it looks like he's grabbing at the back of it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he was just kind of... I don't know if there's a language barrier there.
He's just
if he was just like checking on him, kind of patting on the shoulder, kind of reaching out. Because I do know they do little things like squeeze each other's hands and stuff after big spots, just to kind of be like, yeah, I'm good. So I don't know if there's little signs that they can do without speaking as well.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just, it looked weird. It looked like he was about to try and take his mask off, and I was about to be real sad.
Because when you and I were sitting there watching it, I was in my head, I was like, that's an LFI thing. That's not a you thing. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, maybe it was just a weird camera angle that made it look like he was about to rip his mask off, and that's not what was happening at all, because the rest of like his body language didn't say, I'm gonna rip your mask off.
What if he was secretly whispering to Danielson, can you loosen up the back of my mask now? Just real quick. I need to breathe.
Yeah, he's like, my mask is too tight. Loosen it up a little bit for me. All right. There we go. That's a good weird story for it. Just being a homie.
Like, help me out. Because he was face down, so he could get away with, well, that, and he has a mouth covering. He can literally talk to anyone anytime he wants, and you can't see his mouth move.
He's just like he can be like a cartoon character in a bad dub, where it's just the mouth moves, but the words don't match at all.
Speaking of bad audio, though, after the match, there was a terrible transition into MJF promo. Danielson's music went on way too long.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just looking at MJF with Bryan Danielson music playing in the background. It was weird. Although there was some correlation with the mask here.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go entirely different direction with it at the very end. Um, I don't. He starts off doing the normal heel thing. Just says he's not going to be there live for them, and he's starting to feel unappreciated by the fans. Like, okay, people still love you, but okay.
Yeah, he's not. He sees what Bryan Danielson and all the fans are talking about, and he just doesn't. He doesn't understand that because it's him. He's MJF, and you've only met the masked Max. You don't want to see him when his mask slips off. You don't want that.
And then he, talks about Danielson thinking he's, a dragon. Well, he talks about the monster behind the mask. I really thought he would have just returned to the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've built that into your story already. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, if you're just a generic monster, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm taking a dragon. Every single time. Mm-mm. Dragon whoops monster ass.
And you could be a monster and be like a gremlin.
A dragon is essentially a top tier monster. So
yeah. If you ask me, like a dragon versus like a gremlin, yeah, I wonder who wins that battle.
Is the gremlin wet?